Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Igor, the CEO and co-founder of Uploadcare. Hello.
Hi there. Hi, Christian.
Please tell us what is Uploadcare.
Uploadcare. So basically, we help tech companies to work with user-generated content. We provide a number of building blocks that help to build file uploads and to store files, transform them, deliver them via multi-CDN. And we also help to optimize images and videos and convert documents from format to format to accelerate their delivery and to, for example, to view documents on browser, etc.
I understand. What would you say is the biggest problem that you're solving?
The biggest problem is that actually building file infrastructure is a complicated process. It involves tens and many tens of different moving parts, and then you need to duct tape them together to make it work, and it's just a burden usually. So one of the main values that our customers get is that they don't need to think about it anymore, and they're sure that files store securely and they will be delivered as fast as possible. And web performance is a big thing nowadays, and it's important to deliver images in proper formats, and work with formats like Hike or AVIF. And Uploadcare just enables this, and developers don't need to think about it anymore. It just works.
I know you have a lot of features, but tell us the best in your opinion. The best three.
Best three. The file uploader is still one of the best features that we ever built. The best file uploader ever, and the new one is even better. It's super lightweight, can be integrated in any workflow. Smart compression is another thing I'm proud of. So we automatically decide how to compress each image, and we try to compress it as much as possible without any visual artifacts, and our compression rates, they're super good. And let me think. In overall, that it's the end-to-end solution for a number of complicated processes. I think it's the third important thing, that it's from file uploads to delivery, it just works.
You have a great free plan, I saw, and please expand on that. Tell us how you thought about it, because you offer a lot of value for free, and after that,
So we are engineers ourselves, and we started from building a web development agency many years ago, and even before Uploadcare. And we always struggled to build this file uploads part, then to store them somewhere, then to deliver them. And we wanted to create some solution for other engineers. This was the original idea. When we released our first version, we didn't even have a billing integrated, so it was just for free to test. And I think our generous free plan is something that, like, we wanted to give something to community, and we wanted indie hackers and smaller companies just to be able to start using it. Of course, we want them to eventually upgrade, just because their business is growing, and when their business is growing, they're actually ready and willing to upgrade. But we want to allow people to try Uploadcare before, and not just to try it for a few days, but to give it an actual try. And only when they're happy, we would want them to upgrade.
I love your thinking. Great, yeah. How does it actually work from day one when a client joins?
Everything is pretty straightforward. So they join, they decide how they want to upload their files. They can integrate the uploader a JavaScript version. They can use file upload API and to handle this process by themselves. Or they want to use our proxy feature when they can fetch content from anywhere. So if they already have everything set up somewhere in Google Cloud, or even if they use some other CDN provider, they can add Uploadcare on top, and we will automatically download these images. For example, if we talk about images, we will compress them on the fly, and they will be able to apply all the operations that we provide. Then we will cache them on our CDN and deliver them. So three ways. It's file uploader as JavaScript library, or file upload API usually file upload API is used by customers with some like heavy load and millions of uploads and their inner workflows, or this proxy feature that allows to fetch images from remote sources.
I love to hear some stories of happy customers and how it helped them, how Uploadcare helped them.
Yeah, for sure. One of our customers that I can speak about is PandaDoc. PandaDoc is e-signing platform.
Yeah.
They're quite big, they're unicorn. And when people choose files that they want to upload, there is a browser window where they can choose, I want to upload file from my local device, or I want to upload file from Dropbox or from Google Drive. And it's really useful and convenient. And this part is handled by Uploadcare.
Wow.
And they're our customers for many, many years. When they built PandaDoc, they integrated Uploadcare, they are still our customers. Another good example would be a platform for website builder for e-commerce websites called Shogun. Shogun is also quite big, and they are our customers from day one. Originally, Shogun was co-founded by an engineer, and he worked in Y Combinator, and they were using Uploadcare. And when they built Shogun, they started using Uploadcare, and they still use it on a really large scale. I remember Shogun, it was a good timing with COVID, but they raised round A in March maybe, and then they raised round B the same year, in the end of the same year. So it was a nice story of growth.
Yeah. And were you the first company to actually solve this problem?
The first company, I think the first company was our own agency. So when we were working at Whitescape, it was called Whitescape. We used Uploadcare just for our own customers. Yeah, I think so. I think we were dog fooding.
No, I was asking if you're the first one to solve the problem with Uploadcare, or if you have any competitors. So yeah.
Yeah, we do have competitors. There are different solutions for like there are open source solutions, and they were even before Uploadcare. It was one of the reasons why we decided to build something as software as a service or platform as a service, because open source is complicated. And if you integrate some open source libraries, you actually need to update them. If you change something, you need to maintain your changes when they update versions. But there is a good one called Uppy, and people who really want to work with open source, it's a good uploader. Another open source uploader is FilePond, also a good one. And we like how it looks. The UX looks quite good. For software as a service or platform as a service, the largest one is Cloudinary. They also provide image processing capabilities and some file uploader. Not that advanced as we have, but they have a lot of features around image processing and media processing. FileStack is another one. They also have a file uploader. So there is some competition, but we feel good because we have our customer segment, engineers and CTOs and usually stakeholders in companies that they love a good developer experience, and I think this is one of the reasons they decide to choose Uploadcare against some other companies. But we do have nice competitors.
It makes sense. Yeah, explained great. I was looking to ask you what was the differentiation, but you already told us. Yeah, that's great. And when exactly did you start the company?
The idea is from 2012, so quite a while ago. Wow. But then it was a side Uploadcare at first. It was a side project of the agency, and we continued running the agency, and then another business, another mobile app that we've created. But in 2017, we understood that we needed to focus, and we focused at Uploadcare. So the real story of Uploadcare as a business starts I would say in 2017.
And how big was the original team, the founding team?
The founding team, we were just three.
And how about now, the whole team? The
whole team is 36.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah. And have you raised any funding?
We raised angel investments at first, a while ago. Then we fundraised a late seed round in 2019. And in overall, we raised 3.1 million in US dollars.
And are you looking to raise a Series A?
Potentially, maybe. Right now we are break-even and we are becoming profitable. So we feel really good and steady right now. And with the current market, we are hesitating if we really want to fundraise today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I guess you're pretty confident that you found product market fit.
We think we found some product market fit, and we definitely think it can be extended and expanded both.
What has been your biggest challenge since 2017, since you started the company?
The biggest challenge was that we started trying to go up market, and it was the wrong choice, one of the worst choices ever. And when we understood that our actual audience usually are their SMBs or even with larger companies, it's engineering teams who are building some new products or new features. So we understood that self-service approach and bottom-up approach, they work for us really well. And we rebooted our marketing. So from going to enterprise segment, we went back to the roots, back to working with engineers. And it worked really well, but it was a major struggle, and we burned a lot of money going there, and it didn't work, and it worked much worse than self-service and bottom-up. So now we are back to the roots, and it works well.
Do you think this was your best growth tactic in terms of gaining new people?
It's something that we can do because we understand this audience. I know that maybe there are other people, companies who have experience working with enterprise, but just not us.
Understand. And what is your vision for the future for Uploadcare?
We definitely want to solve more problems of engineering teams, and right now we help them to handle everything from when file is uploaded to when file is delivered. We are working on display components to view this content in browser. It's one of the interesting things. Another one is that right now with things like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, we definitely can generate content on the fly with the same logic, like you just request it using the URL API, and then you can get something in return, like to generate user pics, to generate backgrounds, to generate gallery images, or something else. We have something in this direction, so with smart cropping, we can even draw backgrounds or find objects on pictures that's useful, but with the current progress in AI market, definitely there is a good potential there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, to summarize, display components to view content in browser, something we are working on. We have this in beta, and we onboard customers to this right now. And also AI generation is interesting.
Awesome. And I love to hear your backstory. So how you started your career?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I started working as an engineer, and then I was... let's head back a little bit. So even before becoming an engineer, I was playing Ultima Online. It's one of the classical MMORPGs. Mm-hmm. And then we were running our own server. And when we were running our own server, I did two things. I was a game master there, and I've written some scripts. So it was my first actual application of coding skills. I created NPCs and some other logic for our server. And then I started a guild. And when I started guild, I became a guild master, and I organized some events. So it was management. When I started working as an engineer, I also moved towards management because it's something that was naturally interesting for me. Mm-hmm. Then I met my co-founder, and I was an engineer, he was a designer, And we collaborated to start helping our friends to launch some websites. And it was the beginning of our agency. And actually the third person hired was our third co-founder with Uploadcare.
Nice. So gaming helped you a lot.
Yeah, time well spent. This 24 hours per day playing computer games for a few years. It's actually helped. So
Yeah, because you wanted to create something and you had to learn how to code, and yeah.
yes, it helped me to learn to code. It helped me to learn to manage, and it helped me to understand that I love both.
Do you have any piece of advice for starting founders?
I think that my main piece of advice is still would be focus, because when we tried to run a web development agency and then Uploadcare simultaneously and then another business, it's not for everyone. Definitely not for me and not for my co-founder. We struggled to do this. We were demotivated, and I know there are some public persons who run several businesses, but if you want to. It's not a sprint, it's marathon. And ideally, many people, they still want to have some personal life too, and to get something from life, not just building a business, but also something else. And it's just impossible without proper focus. And when we focused at Uploadcare, it started growing better, and the team was motivated because founders are around, which is important. So focus would be the main piece of advice.
Thank you for sharing this. I have one last question for you. What's your favorite SaaS product that you use?
Oh, let me think. We use so many software as a service products.
Some that you like, or you recommend to other people. One or yeah.
I would say that this is Stripe. This is funny because Stripe was the actual reason why we launched the company in the US and not in Europe, because at that point, many years ago, Stripe was available only in North America. And we still love it. It still works. For many years, so they continued to evolve. So it's a good example of good developer experience, good user experience. It's super simple, and we want to create solution similar to this, that solves the problem, and you just forget that it was integrated at some point. It just works. So we just launched our new file uploader. We were building it for about 2 years, and we are quite proud of it. So whenever you need to integrate some file uploading functionality in your product, give it a try. It's quite cool and super flexible. You can build anything.
Thank you for joining the podcast. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Christian.